am bam damn a damn Alabama fan and proud of it. Gump Nation forever, brother.
Namath again thinking, quickly finds his target.
Now cuts in. He's at the 40-yard line. He's at the 30.
Quick drop throws in the end zone.
Each number represents an expectation, a challenge that only a championship tradition can issue.
Pressure. Anders hits him. The ball is loose. Alabama, here comes the heat.
Cornelius Bennett.
Whoa, did he get lit up?
It is an endless passing of the torch that urges the wearer to enrich his legacy.
Brings pressure up the middle in a hurry. They can't get away from Dante. Alexander first down and more.
Richardson breaks free on the sideline. Turns the corner. Can you say goodbye?
Because at Alabama, tradition is not retired. It is built.
This does put a smile on my face.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Good Saturday morning to you. Matter of fact, it is September 7th, 2023. It is time for the Pick'em Show. All right, guys, let's not wait too long. We're going to get our good pickers on here that are just smoking me. Or not, just leave them out there somewhere. All right, here we go. Mr. Junior, Nick Saban Jr., come on in, bud.
So what we do is important, but how we do what we do becomes more and more important. And that's for every guy here. We got to do it better. Our goal is to have the kind of team that nobody wants to play. And that means that we have to impose our will to dominate the competition all the time. It's all about what does it take to break you.
Good morning.
What's going on?
A little delay there, brother. A little delay there. Hey, that was a good show this morning. It was a good show. Yes, sir. I enjoyed it. All right, let's don't leave our other brother hanging out there. Let's go ahead and get him on here. I wished I had an intro for this man. Jeez, that's a hint to somebody if he's listening. All right, Mr. Rags and Fitness, come on in here, brother.
Hey, man. How you guys doing this morning? Roll Tide Roll. No introduction needed. Hey, man, I'm here with my brothers today, Mr. Nick Saban Jr. and Mr. Icebox, man. It's going to be a glorious day today, guys. Glorious day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How are you doing this morning?
Doing pretty good.
Why the Rags channel? Simply because Rags wants it. That's all.
What is he talking about?
Alabama Tide said, why is the Rags channel? Man, Rags is my man. He can do whatever he wants to.
Alabama Tide. How you doing this morning, guys? Bobby Sprinkle, George Lambert, Brock, I see you. How y'all doing this morning? William Bryan.
Yep, let's see who else. Little Joe C. Good to see him on. Mm-hmm. Little Joe C., Jeff Stapleton. That's probably about it right about now. There'll be more piling in here in just a little bit.
Yeah.
Alabama Tide paired in with you.
Hey, Alabama Tide, you can go either way, man. Either way.
Yeah. We're bi-sportual this morning. Is that what it is? My channel.
That's funny.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go over who's doing what right now and see where we stand. All right. Well, let's just get this one out of the way. We don't even. Jeez. Rags and Fitness is up to 10 points. Man, he is leading by 1.
Oh.
And they with some good picks last week, some excellent picks. Mr. Van Edwards has jumped up to 9. He's one behind you. Rise Up, as far as I remember right, he is up to 7. B. Jamin, he's up to 9. William Bryant, he is up to 8. Jeff Stapleton also nipping at your heels. He's at 9. I'm gonna say mine and Junior's for last because we're kind of embarrassed about it. George Lambert, he is sitting at 8. Alabama Tide, you're sitting at 6. Todd Colbert, you're sitting at 6. There's a few that has not been picked here. Jeff Summerlin, you're sitting at 7. Stephen Hicks, you're still sitting at 3 as far as I know. Dean Cloud 2. And Michelle Cochran just played one time last week, and she got all 3. She got all 3.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
So, Junior is sitting at 6. He's not too bad. Junior's still a couple more good picks. He'll be there. I'm still sitting at 5. Jeez. It is what it is, but
Kansas.
I know. And you, the daggone Florida Gators got me last week because I knew I should have picked Kentucky, but I said I was going to be different and pick them Gators, and they just embarrassed me.
You see, I was talking mad junk on the Florida game, but when Texas was playing, I wasn't saying nothing.
Hey. Oh, yeah. Alabama Tide, I hear you. We going to see if you go 3-0 today. We going to see if you go 3-0 today. You get talking trash over there.
Oh, it's interesting today, too, boy. Ooh, we got some good college football days out there.
It could be a 3-0 day today now, Alabama Tide. I don't know if it's going to be you, though. It might be right. I'm just kidding. I'm playing around Alabama Tide.
I'm going to tell you this. It was fun. The first, 5, 6 games, or this will be the 6th one. Now it's fit to get into the meat, and teams are getting better. Surprises pop up. It's been, like you said, it's been a strange season so far. It's fixing to get worse.
Expect the unexpected. Hey, can you guys believe it's already the 6th game of the season, man?
Already. I was talking about that yesterday. I said, man, what's going on?
It's slipping by us that quick, man. And Alabama got us on our feet, on our heels every week. So man, it's really going by fast, man. This is not the typical year for us, man. Because any game is really up in the air with us this year. But it's kind of fun.
Any word yet, Junior? Before we get started,
I've been checking.
Okay. Well, guys, right now, unless he pops in later, and if he does, that'll be fine, Junior. We were supposed to have a special guest picker, and I'll just go ahead and tell you who it was. It was Jay Pops that was just on Dennis Jay's channel a while ago. Great guy, knows his football. He is a Texas A&M fan. He does have his own channel. I don't have the link, but Junior can tell you here about it.
J Pops, JAYPOPS.
Is it all one word?
Nah.
Is he from out there in Texas? I'm about to check that out, man. I'm about to check him out.
He's a good guy. I like him. Especially if you want to get caught up on what Texas A&M's doing. He'd be great to listen to. He'd be my man to go to. Yep. I know, but if you like football,
Yeah, I used to work with a Texas A&M fan when I was in the military, and we used to fuss at each other all the time, man. All the time. I said, Texas A&M. That's before they even came to the SEC. I said, where you a Texas A&M fan and not a Longhorn? And he used to give me the business, man. We used to have fun.
and truth be known, I'm saying that I ain't now, but if it wasn't for Alabama back in the other days now or older days, I was a Texas A&M fan. I liked because they played similar football that Alabama did. Yes, they did. They sure did. I see that. No, they were close. They played tough. Let's go that way.
I remember back in the day. Well, not really back in the day. About 6, 7 years ago, they used to say that Stanford was the Alabama of the West. Every time I heard it, I would get somebody like this. Yeah, Alabama. Stanford is playing football like Alabama. Come on, man.
They never did. No.
But
no, think about it. You had Jesus
was good back in them days. That's back when they had that guy. What was that guy named? Stanford that used to coach for Stanford. It might have been when Harbaugh was coaching with him too. And then after he left, that one guy came. They were still saying that.
Oh, David Shaw.
David Shaw, yeah. They kept saying, I said, man, come on now. Give me a break here now. I don't
They're
think
playing good. They're playing good for the Pac-12. But
exactly.
No, don't do that.
Don't.
Well, where do you think Gene Stallings come from?
I know Gene Stallings took a similar path as Bear Bryant, didn't he? You know, when Gene Stallings ever the coach of Kentucky? He wasn't the coach of Kentucky, was he?
No, that was Bear Bryant.
I know Bear was. I know why I said I think they took a similar path.
All right. Bear Bryant left Kentucky and went to coach for Texas A&M. That's where you get the Junction Boys from. Guess who was one of them?
Gene Stallings.
Oh, yeah, Gene Stallings.
Gene Stallings. Of course, he does have a love for Alabama and the Bear, but I think he still lives in Texas. And he was. Did he go back and be the AD for Texas A&M for a little while?
I don't know about that.
I know he had some connections with Texas A&M. I know that. So that kind of gives you kind of a heads up of why I like Texas A&M back in the old days. I ain't talking about now with Jimbo.
I got a trivia question for you.
Okay.
Bear Bryant was the head coach of Alabama, Kentucky, Texas A&M. Was those the only schools that he was the head coach at?
I don't know. I'm gonna give you straight up. I don't know. I see Judy.
Yeah, he was.
I can't remember. I can't remember it now, but there's another one though.
There's another one. A guy put a trivia question out the other day. You see it? Yeah.
Right.
And I said, wow, it caught me off guard. I said, wow.
What was it?
Hey.
Huh?
Red be on point with the trips, bro.
I love those trivia questions. I'm trying to put everybody up on Red, man. I want people to start tuning in to Red, man. Red got some great trivia questions, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look it up.
Because I put him on a couple of shows last year. I gotta hit him back up, man. My contacts got so deep, man.
Teams that Bear Bryant coached. Maryland was the coach. He was the head coach of Maryland. Maryland Terrapins.
Hey, you ain't got to ask that phone. All you got to do is look over in the chat room. These guys know.
Oh, they said it on Butler Spring. I didn't see that. My fault, guys.
Yeah, B. Jabbin and Bobby nailed it right off the bat.
Yeah.
Our guys know.
Yep. If I got a question, I ask the chat room.
Yeah, they know it. Hey, I was at one of the football games. I was at the practice game one day, and it was this little number 58 that got out there. Man, I know a pretty good amount of these players, bro, but I did not know this guy. And I'm pretty sure nobody in college football really know who this guy was. But I asked the question. I said, man, guys, this little number 58 is out here balling. He's like a walk-on or something. I don't know what he was doing, but he was hitting. And so I asked the guy, I said, who is this number 58? And as soon as I said it, they came with the name. And it was something about I know he wasn't in recruiting. I don't know where this guy came from, but he was hitting, man. He couldn't be no more than 5'8", 5'9". He was a little stocky thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Y'all ready to start? I think we I hate to miss J-Pops. I really do. Okay. We are going with the out of the box first. Texas versus Oklahoma. It is at Oklahoma's house. Texas is picked to win by 5 points. So the spread is 5, Texas side. Junior, give it to me, babe.
Texas. Oklahoma. It's a real solid team now. They're real solid. Oklahoma, that's solid right now. This is a rivalry. Both quarterbacks, I see some earlier. It looks like they kind of mirror each other right now. They're playing defense real well right now, but I'm going with my heart. Let's go Oklahoma with upset.
I love every piece of it, Junior. You just don't know how much I love it, right? Because I'm gonna tell you something. That defensive line of Texas A&M is pretty stout. They're showing up. They're doing good. Quinn Ewers. I think you're gonna get a little dose of the running game today with those guys. And they actually, I think, Icebox, I think they're playing in a Cotton Bowl. And I think that is in the state of Texas. I think they probably got Oklahoma State as the home team, but they're playing in a Cotton Bowl, which is somewhat of a neutral site, right?
Yeah.
Red River rivalry. Right? So, with all that being said, guys, I think Texas' future is now. I think they're a little bit ahead of the schedule. Great hire with Steve Sarkisian. And I'm going to throw them horns up, man. I believe them Texas Longhorns is going to take that today, and they're going to do them pretty bad. What's the spread today?
5. They were 5.5, and that was like 45 minutes ago. They dropped down to 5.
Yeah. I'm throwing horns up today, man. I think them Texas Longhorns going to be a little bit too much for them Boomer Sooners.
Y'all, So you going Texas? Junior's going Oklahoma. Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, I could gain one or lose one real quick right here. I'll tell you what. I'm going to go smart-wise. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know a whole lot about Oklahoma, but I have been hearing good things about them. We all know how Texas is. They are playing good football, but I've seen some weakness out of them, like against Wyoming and people like that, we always talk about we should go with our heart a little bit more. And I'm telling you what, it's hard to pick against Oklahoma right now. It is. Texas is giving me 5 points, and I'm really behind with Rags. If Rags happens to be right and I go with him, I'm staying there with him, and I'll gain one on Junior. But if Junior's right, I lose again. But Junior gains one ahead of me, but I'm still kind of close to him. But if I go with Junior, you see my point, I can gain one on Rags. So it's a game for me on this pick. So I'm going to have to go with the 5 points. I'm picking Oklahoma. No, going Oklahoma. Because that way, at least I can stay up and we'll gain one on Rags. If not, we both failed. Hey, we're behind, right? So for me, I'm going to go Oklahoma. You say it's at the Cotton Bowl. That worries me a little bit. That's going to be mostly Texas, but.
That's a pretty good. Oklahoma going to travel to that Cotton Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they'll be there. But I'm going to go Oklahoma on this one. Hopefully I'll win this and get some smarts going on. So Rags is Texas. It is Jay and me. All right, guys, if you want to make your picks, if you haven't done so already, we'll ask for all three of them again at the end of the show. Everybody that knows how this is going, 2-time you are eligible to play if you want to, bud. Last week we had a young lady come on here and grab all three of them. So she done really great. All right. Kentucky versus Georgia. All right, Rex. What do you think?
There's no way on God's green earth. And I know what I should do, but I just can't do it. Y'all know I can't do it. I got to go with that bluegrass state today, man. I'm going Wildcat. We Wildcatting it up today. Hey, hopefully they go in Semper Stadium and turn it upside down, inside out. With Georgia, man, Georgia's been winning football by the hair of their chin, you know what I'm saying? And we all got to say, as long as you can win, you can win. A win is a win, right? But I think I'm going to go Kentucky today. Now, I could just go Georgia, and I think I'll be comfortable with a Georgia pick. But we ain't playing for comfort, baby. We're going for the upset, man. And I'm going Kentucky Wildcats. Running game is on point. Kentucky is trying to shock the world right now, and Kentucky could have a shot at going. Listen to what I'm going to tell you guys. Kentucky could have a shot at going to the SEC championship this year, right? And if they can win the SEC championship, guess what else they got a shot at? Expect the unexpected. You can see it all year long. So I'm going Kentucky today, guys.
Before we go on, Georgia is picked to win by 14.5, and I went back and forth, checking on it. It is basically 15 points, and they haven't changed on any of them that I have seen.
I can win either. See, I'm saying Kentucky outright. So even if, I'm a little bit more comfortable with my pick. Okay, I'm gonna go Kentucky. I'm gonna go in Kentucky. I'm saying Kentucky outright gonna beat them. That's what I'm saying.
Now they are playing at Georgia.
They are. They are
Between the hedges.
Between them old bushes. Okay.
Okay. All right, Junior. I know he's torn.
No, I'm not at all.
Yeah. Go with your heart, Junior. Go with your heart.
Hey, I've been going my heart all week for this game. Big Blue Nation, stand up. 14 points. Georgia, you're coming out to a slow start. And y'all, listen, I did a show with a Georgia fan and a Kentucky fan. Kentucky fan is humble as on, oh no, get out. He humble. What you should be. You know, seeing something new from Kentucky should be. But Georgia fan, there's no way they're going to lose to Kentucky. I mean, they saying Kentucky going to beat you.
Ooh,
huh?
Is that what they've been saying, Junior?
Oh, that's what he was saying.
Jay.
But then you proceed to talk about Carson Bates' slow starts. I said, okay, let's talk about Carson Bates' slow starts. He been slow starting all season. This is the trend right now. This is what he does right now. He can change today, don't know. But Kentucky has a good defense. People underestimate Kentucky physicality on defense. They underestimate it.
Hey.
When they think of Kentucky, they still look at Kentucky as this is a basketball school. Kentucky has been building for the past couple years, if you ain't been looking at Mark Stoops. And if you paid attention real close to this summer, like I really did in Kentucky, they made moves that I'm like, those are boss moves right there.
Hey.
They make some boss moves right there.
Yeah.
They went and got Devin Leary. I'm not saying Devin Leary this eye-popping quarterback. I'm not saying that. But he's a seasoned quarterback, came from the SEC, has that college football experience. Then you go get Ray Davis. I told y'all this last week. Ray Davis is one of them guys I seen at Vanderbilt. Like, why is he at Vanderbilt? This dude could literally play for Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, one of the big teams. Why are you here?
Yeah.
You went to Kentucky. I said, there is a boss move. Ray Davis went up there and ran it for like 280 last week.
He's going to do it again.
Georgia fans say it was best off of running quarterbacks. I get it. But y'all don't have that same defense of players, them first-round caliber of players all around the defense this year.
Hey.
That can play effect to us. Carson Bates slow starts. Kentucky good defense. Can take advantage of this game. And the spread is, 14.5, best at 15 points. I'm going with Kentucky, all right, just to straight up beat Georgia. And either way, I go in, even with the point spread, because I don't think they cover the point spread. I will tell Kentucky defense, bring the gun for Brock Bowers, because I see there is no other way to stop him but shoot him.
I was just about to say that. I thought you were going to leave that out. Because Brock Bowers, as we've seen from that Auburn game last week, Brock Bowers was a monster. Kentucky, you must contain Brock Bowers. You must stop him. If not, this guy is going to catch the ball. He's going to get that yak on you, yards after catch. This guy's a monster, right?
Yep.
That's going to be the key to beating Georgia today, is wrapping up on Brock Bowers, making Carson Beck make some mistakes, right? You look at it a little bit, right? You say, what if I put Kentucky and Auburn head-to-head? What would happen? I believe Kentucky will wipe the floor with Auburn, right? And the way that Georgia came out, now we know that you really don't gauge football like that a lot, but the way that Georgia came out against Auburn last week, even though it was a road game for them, they didn't look hot at all. If they come out soft like that against this Kentucky team, Kentucky going to jump on them real quick, and they're going to put their foot on their neck. That quarterback Kentucky got is a lot better than any quarterback that Auburn had last week, which Thorne was okay, but he wasn't the best, right? I believe Kentucky will jump on them quick if Georgia don't come out and play some good football.
Man, y'all keep putting me in a hard spot. Go ahead, Brax.
No, I'm looking at Brock. Brock said there's no way Kentucky is beating Georgia. Brock, don't put your money on it. Don't bet your house on it, Brock.
I'm like, man, Kentucky's been playing some great football. And you're right. Mark Stoops has been building and building and building. I've been noticing. I've been watching. And he's been playing some good football. Georgia, man, you ain't giving us much to go on. You know, you slow starting. Carson Beck, he's not all that. Your only savior is Brock Bowers. But the question is here, I have to go back to the game. Both of y'all picked Kentucky. And I'm writing it down right now. So, what do I do here? Can I gain one by picking Georgia? Or can I still stay dead even? Guys, I'm going to be a little bit of a gambler today. Because I just believe that Georgia being at home and them points is what's killing me, though. 15 points.
Yeah. That's what B. Jammer was saying, yeah. The point.
Yeah. Are they going to be able to beat Kentucky by 15 points if they can beat them at all? Oh, Lord, I wish I quit thinking. I wished I would. Because by heart, I've been wanting to go Kentucky all day long. And I would still would if one of y'all had split. I would have picked Kentucky. But now it's back down to the game. I'm going to go with Georgia. I'm going to say that they get to 15 points. I'm going to do it. Yeah. I'm picking Georgia by 15. That way, if I win, y'all down one, I'm up one. I'm gaining ground.
Hey, Junior.
If not, I lose more.
Junior, what time the game come on today?
Like 6.
It's kind of early game.
7.
Oh, okay.
I can tell you here in just a second. Come on here, man. Oh, Georgia.
2 times, I agree with you. That young team that's coming together, and that's what I try to tell a Georgia fan. Like, he always want to compare the 2021 and 22 team. I said, you can't compare that team to Georgia. You can't compare this Georgia team to that. I said, but these are a group of guys that I feel like that can come into their own, but they're figuring it out right now. And if there's any other time to beat Georgia right now, is right now. Because they're young and they're figuring it out still.
I'm going to tell you something. That run defense that I saw against Auburn last week was atrocious. The Auburn they was running that ball on them guys pretty good. And with this guy, Ray Davis, that Junior talking about, he's gonna have a pretty good game against these guys today, man. I mean, they're gonna have to really come out and fly around that ball in order to stop this guy.
Listen, the dude patient. He lets the block develop. He patient. He hits the holes. Like, vision is on point. Yes. Like, the dude, he a running back, bro. He a running back.
Yeah, I agree. Look at Brock. Brock said Georgia. Hey, that's good information, Brock. Brock said Georgia run defense 6th or 7th in the country. I like that, Brock. Good info.
Shut up, Brock. You're killing me.
On point. Yes, you're right. O-line too. Well coached, and players are hungry. I agree.
It's gonna be a good game today, man. This gonna test Georgia a little bit now. It ain't saying that, you know, this just a dog for Georgia, but it's going to be a test for Georgia today. And I'm picking Kentucky. I'm picking them to win right out. Georgia's going to fall to somebody, and Georgia, if they're going to fall, they better fall now. They don't want to fall late in the season, which it's a little different than when it was back in the days when BCS, when you fall later in the season. Yeah. But, you know, I don't
know. I'm still staying with mine. I got to be a little bit different. Yeah. Gotta be. I'm trying to win a game here, gain some points.
At the same time, I don't think you're going wrong with your pick. At the same time, I don't think you're going wrong with
it. Could be.
Yep.
If everything falls in place for Georgia and they play well, yeah, I see them get that 15 points. I can.
You got to think about it. Georgia's still the number 1 team in the nation, bro.
Yeah, I mean, they're still winning. And this can be the giant game with Georgia. Hey, from here on up, this can be the game where Georgia just, go into their own right there. We don't know.
Exactly. That's 2-time. If we do win, you can thank me for it, okay? All right, let's see here. Alabama versus Texas A&M. Man, I wish that guy was here. Yep, and we have agreed, okay, because of the different people are picking different point spreads, dropping here and dropping there. We're going to go with 2 points for Alabama. DraftKings has them at 2.5, but they also dropped the Texas game from 5.5 to 5. They may or may not drop down to 2 by game time, so we're just going to go with 2. Is that all right with everybody? Okay, we're all in agreement? Man. Okay. All right, 2 points at Texas A&M. I don't care whoever wants to take off. You have at it. Convince me.
Man, you know I ain't got to convince you on this, man. Well, I might have to. I don't know. I'm gonna say this, man. Everybody know I'm going with the Tide all day, man. It's a tricky one. It could, you know what? It could be a tricky one, and we could come out and do them boys something serious. I usually have some kind of vision or some kind of download, but I didn't get it this week, and that's another scary thing. Like I usually have a dream or even something come to me. I didn't have nothing this week. I'm dead serious, man. And I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's good or if that's bad. But shoot, man, I'm gonna go Alabama, man. 2 points. If we go on 2 points, you know I'm gonna say we're gonna win it outright anyway. So hey, it is what it is. My boy said, look, Stephen Hicks said Bama covers by 14. Stephen Hicks, I love the way you think, man. I love it. Yeah, I'm going Bama big, man.
Okay. Bama big. Before you get started, Junior, Michelle Cochran, I hope I said your last name right. You got all 3 last week. I'm glad you're back today making your picks. You done real good last week, and you can catch real easy.
And what you saying that Icebox? That make me feel real good about this week.
Hey, I'm going with look up under her. You got Todd Colburn right up under, and Todd Colburn got the same one I got. Todd Colburn, roll Tide, roll baby. I like the
But
yes, he does.
Alabama Oklahoma, like my boy KB would say, I'm going with my Alabama Crimson Tide to roll, baby. Ain't no other that's going to. We're the best team in the country. Listen, I do know this game. It's matchups that Texas A&M can dominate just by looking off of what they did. And there's matchups that we can dominate. I'm going to say it. I'm a realist. Like I said, for us, this is a losable game. But as well, it's a losable game for them as well, too. I call this game the War of the West. This game is going to tell a lot from us, from them. This is going to put us or them out of playoff contentions. We are both fighting for playoff contention right now. And it's going to come down to who wants it more. Today, do we see Alabama offensive line man up against this vicious defensive line from Texas A&M? Don't know. It's remain to be seen. Do I think so? Heck yeah, I do think so.
Let me tell you something. Go ahead.
What's up?
Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
That Anaya Smith guy, he has laid an egg. He has put in some locker room bulletin material. He knows what Nick Saban wants, and he's going to be the guy to stop it. Texas A&M is going to be the guys to stop it. You don't do that to a Nick Saban team. I know you guys say, well, this ain't the typical Nick Saban team. I don't care. You got my guy, number 3, Terry Arnold, saying, hey, man, I've been playing under Nick Saban for I don't even know what he wants. What you mean you know what he wants? That's some tension there, guys. I love it. It's going to be some smash mouth football today. And guess who else heard it? My guy Dallas Turner heard that. So guess what he got to do? He got to get a hold to Max Johnson. And, I mean, you got to put your paws on him quick. Get him down on that ground. That's what we got to do. We got to hang all off that quarterback. Go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
Listen. Max Johnson, he been playing good. I agree. But we can get to Max Johnson. We can make him make irrational decisions. We can make him make throws he don't want to make. We can put him in an uncomfortable situation. Our defensive line has been trending upward the past couple of weeks. Do I think we continue to trend up? Yes, I do think we continue to trend up. Listen, like Rand say, These Dallas Turner gonna be hanging all off your quarterback all day long. Listen, Alabama will come to prove to the world that we still Alabama. We're gonna shut all y'all up. We are gonna stop this hate today, and we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll, and we're gonna crush the Texas A&M Aggies today.
We're gonna run them all off the field. The 12th man. Guess what? If you would have been playing us at 7 o'clock tonight, I might have gave you a chance. But you're going to be playing us at 3:30 in the evening. And we're going to come out there and we're going to be hanging, as Nick Saban Jr. said, all off of your quarterback. Them linebackers is going to be getting some pick sixes. They're going to be running all the way down that field. Now, last time I said this, we ran up against Texas and they did me all bad. But guess what? But guess what? You got Texas in front of your name, even though you got that A&M. We owe everything in Texas a whipping. So you're going to catch this smoke, Texas A&M, and you better be well. We rolling on you all day today, baby.
I've been humble enough.
Yeah.
But I tell you, game day, before game day, after game day, I'm going to talk football with you.
Talk your talk.
Talk football with you.
Talk your talk, Nick.
On game day, I am biased. I am an Alabama fan at the end of the day. I'm never going to not pick Alabama to win.
Talk it. Talk that talk, Nick.
Just like you got confidence in your team, I got confidence in my team. Yeah, we have, but I also seen a team that's been growing and getting better at the same time. And I'm going to go with us to continue to grow and get better today. This going to be the day we put the country on notice. But you know what they're gonna tell us after we? You know what they're gonna tell us after that we roll the Aggies? Oh, Texas A&M win that good in a way. We know that, but y'all didn't think that.
Hey, and guess what else, Nick? We fighting them guys to see right now who's gonna be the top dog on that west side. Because right now, Texas A&M and Alabama both are undefeated on that west side. Guess what? We all know the west side is the best side, baby. And guess what?
That's right.
The war of the West, baby. War of the West. And we're going to win the battles within this war to come out with the victory today.
LSU, you done ruined your chances. Ole Miss, you're done. Arkansas, over with. Auburn, you're down the tank. So guess what? Alabama going to take over today when we put that whipping on them old fighting Jimbo Fisher. Jimbo Fisher's been talking nice lately. Usually he get on there and talk all kinds of smack because he know what's going to happen to him today. And his job could be in jeopardy. I don't want to call for nobody's job, but after we whip this Texas A&M team today, they're going to be talking some talk, man.
And Ms. Cochran, I agree with you. Let's give Miss Terry a headset. Let's get her a headset. Because the first signs of some don't go right, hey, listen, tell him to get on them boys if they ain't doing right. We need her today. And last week, she was one of my Tusk Award winners of the week. Miss Terry, I had to give her one of those trophies.
Alabama's in perfect position. They're in perfect position. A little quiet Alabama. When have you seen Alabama this quiet? The little sneaky team Alabama, number 10 in the nation. They ain't saying nothing about us. They on Florida State, Texas, Georgia still. They ain't even talking about Georgia as much. Then what's the other team? Ohio State. They talking about them guys. Alabama being real sneaky right now. We're sitting at number 10. And guess what's going to happen after the day? We're going to sneak up a little bit more. They're going to be talking about Alabama about 2-3 more weeks saying, hey, man, this team here has come into their own. Jalen Milroe has found his team and his little niche. And these guys here playing some good football, man.
Yes, sir.
So it's down to me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. First things first. There you go. Let's see. Well, there it is. Tusk Trophy goes to Miss Terry, and she better show up this week. All right. Guys, this is hard for me to pick against Alabama, and I'll tell you what, game or no game, common sense is going to take over on this one. Alabama's been trending upwards. They've been doing great. Yeah, I know it's at College Station, and I know they've been playing good football. But I just cannot, with common sense and reasoning that the good Lord gave me, which ain't much, but he gave me a little bit, I got to go with Alabama. There is just no reason or common sense decision to make here. For just 2 points, we got to win by 2. Yeah, I'm taking Alabama. All right. Now, guys, with that being said, I was going to have some questions last night, and I was talking to NSJ about it, and so I'm going to ask them now. If anybody's on the show wants to respond to it, that's great. All right, here we go. Oh, by the way, chat room, if you have not put in your picks, go ahead, pick them. Put in all three if you wish, because I do go back and I do go get, I check them all out. Last week, my surprise was Michelle Cochran. She done great. She picked 3 good ones today. Coach Duke, morning time to you. You're in time if you want to make your picks. The picks are, let me get that out of the way for the new guys or new people come in. Texas by 5 at Oklahoma. Rag says it's going to be at the Cotton Bowl. So it's it's a neutral site, but it is saying Oklahoma home game. But they are picking NSJ and me picked Oklahoma. Rags picked Texas. And they're picked to win by 5. Kentucky versus Georgia by 14.5. I picked Georgia trying to play some strategy here. Not that I really believe it, but I'm going to try to play some strategy. Kentucky was picked by NSJ and Rags. I'm giving up 14 points, but we are at Georgia's house. Alabama versus Texas A&M. Texas A&M's house, Kyle Field. We went with 2 points. Everybody picked Alabama. So there we go. So make your picks. If you haven't picked them yet, go ahead and do that. And I do agree with Michelle. This is also a battle for the East with the Kentucky-Georgia game.
Yeah.
It surely is.
Agree with her again because she said this is upset Saturday. And we're going to get into it more after we get the picks in.
Yep. All right. Before we get that, I'm going to ask these questions. We all seen the fire in the eyes of Saban back here, back in there, national championship with what was going on. So I'm going to ask a legitimate question, okay? Is this a rebuilding year for Alabama? Truly, a true rebuilding year. And the reason I'm saying that, okay, Colorado come in here and Junior will tell you himself, his spring team was not the same team that he put out in the field at the first game. No. Changed it all. Okay. I mean, that's a true rebuild right there. We come in here with changes in philosophy. We want to get away from the pass happy back to the old fashioned running. The defense changed. They want to go back to what they were doing. And I want to know, because of all these changes, is this not a true rebuild for Alabama, and why it's kind of affecting the way we played in the last 5 games?
Nicky, go ahead.
He's scratching that head.
As far as a true rebuild, I don't feel it's a true rebuild, right? A rebuild, you're rebuilding some things. Like you're taking,
reconstructing the program. You can look at different, reconstructing the program as a whole.
Yeah. That's where I look at a rebuild. Right now I feel like we tuning some things up, right? We have to take a few things and we're doing some construction, put it like that. We're not rebuilding the whole thing. We put some construction pieces together. You see what I'm saying? And that's, if I had to call it anyway, that's the way I would call it, man.
Not a rebuild.
Not a rebuild.
So this is what I look at it. I feel basically the same way. I feel like this is built, but we just got to remodel a couple of things. We got to remodel a couple of things.
Okay. Well, you call it a fine tune, but I'm looking at this. You got new quarterback, a new OC, a new DC, and none of the players are used to playing that way that are already there. Other young ones, yeah. But I do look at it as a true rebuild because you took it away basically everything and went back to what you were doing. So when you do something like a pass-happy team versus a running team or a mixture of, you've got to have a different style of players in there. That one that can either pass block more or one that can open up holes for the running backs. You see what I'm getting at? And especially with the offensive side. But the defensive side, I mean, it was basically I don't know what kind of defense you want to call that Pete Golden thing. Now they're playing tough football, back to getting after it, getting in that line is what I call it. So, yeah, I call it a rebuild. I sure do. But anyways, do you see any progression? And next thing is Reese learning. He's learned to learn how to play football up north. South is different. Do you think he is also in a learning process, and how is his progression and coaching in the SEC?
I believe with anything you're doing when you're new, you're moving anywhere new, you're doing anything, you're going to always be learning. I don't care if you're the head coach, the athletic director. I don't care what you are. You're not above learning. Even Nick Saban is still learning some things that he can do when you got different quarterbacks with different attributes. You got different defensive linemen and not the big maulers anymore that you got. You got the guys that's fast twitch and all that different kind of stuff. A lot of people learning, man. So I do believe that Tommy Reese is learning, and I believe that it's going up from here. He's learning what his offensive line can do and what they can't do. He's learning different players that need to be in the game. That's why Mr. Hale is in there now, receiving that ball. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a learning. It's a process, and that's what Nick said when he say trust the process. It's learning. It's a learning process with it too. See what I'm saying?
Are you satisfied with that progression?
Satisfied. That's ooh.
That's why I brought it up.
That's go ahead, Nick. I'm gonna let Nick go ahead. Nick got something to say.
I'm gonna say this to add on what you saying. Are you gonna say satisfied when you're going through a process? It's hard to say you satisfied right now.
That's the best way to put it.
It's gonna be all about how you end this thing. It's going to be determined if you're satisfied or not. You're going to go through these uncomfortable and ugly situations when you're going through this. Mm-hmm. So it's all about, like we said, it's growth and not understanding that. Like I say, we put expectations on this team before we even seen what this team actually has as a whole together. But when I realized that this is the growth moment, this is when I'm able to calm down as a fan and watch it see it for football. Like, we are going through growth right now. That's why I say it's not really a rebuild, because Alabama, this house is built, but we had to replace a couple of cabinets in this house. We got to replace a couple of door entries in this house, door frames in this house. That's all we got. So when I say a rebuild, I don't think it's all the way a rebuild. We just got to.
And guess what?
And what's up?
And guess what up was that house? See, the foundation is already there.
It's there.
The foundation is already there. So you just got to put a few nicks in the necks there, and we got a nice rebuilt home right there.
So to answer the question, are we satisfied? Of course, we can say we're not satisfied now, but I'm like where we're going. I'm seeing the progress in the construction. I'm seeing it's like I'm coming up to a job site every day. I'm like, okay, we got a foundation laid. I ain't put up now. Okay, I see that. Okay, we done added this in. We done added the drywall. We done added the sheet. Like, I see it growing to where we want to be. There we go.
All right. Hey, J-Pop, cut your camera on if you want to. It should be down there where it should have a red line through it if you want to cut it on.
All right, I have it on. Man, I'm sorry, guys. Ooh, my apologies.
Well, appreciate you coming. It's time for us to go now, and we enjoyed the show.
Man, I apologize for that. I don't know what I heard this morning, but golly, so my apologies.
That's all right, but I'm just proud to finally get to meet you. I watched y'all this morning. It was a great show. I enjoyed it. Let me get to this last question, and that's the reason I popped you on in here for sure. What will an A&M win or loss mean to J-Pop and the fan base? And what will it mean to Alabama?
All right. So, in my honest opinion here, a win will be everything. All right. A win will solidify some things going forward for this program, because it will be a program building, like, let's be honest here. It will solidify something that Jimbo has never done ever since he's been the coach here. He's never went 3-0. But he will be moving in the right direction. I think that does set him up to potentially win the SEC West. I'm not going to say he's going to win it, but it potentially sits him there. But with a loss, will it take the program back? Not really, but we're going to think about some things, man. And it depends on how the way the loss is. Did you lose by 3, 2, 1? Did you lose by 20? So it's going to point some fingers in another direction all over again. Now, if Alabama wins this game, I will say this: it's not a team on that schedule that can beat them, but maybe LSU. But LSU got to bring some defense. That's the only other one that I see. It's not Tennessee, because me personally, I do not believe in Joe Milton. I just don't. He overthrows everybody.
I don't think nobody out here do.
So, and I'm not really a believer in that Tennessee defense. That's crazy for me to say that, but then we go out there and play them next week, and then they get out there and haul our ass back to the locker room. But for Alabama, man, it will potentially be that they will win the SEC West and they'll go to the SEC championship. I'm being dead honest here.
What do you think would happen to Jimbo Fisher? Would it have to take like a 7 to 14 points to really push that button, or would just 2 do it, or a close win?
It will have to take a 2-touchdown loss.
You think so?
It will. It will have to take a 2-touchdown loss. You lose by 1 touchdown, then that really tells everybody, like, hey guys, we got out there, but the better man came out on the winning side, this go around. Now it's gonna be hard to do, because, man, when I tell you it's probably finna be over 107,000 people there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to take a lot, but he come out there and he lose by 2 touchdowns. Man, look, I'm the biggest Jimbo Fisher supporter, but I'm going to question it. I'm going to question it, man. Jimbo, you got to show us something. Either you win the rest of these games going forward, or, man, you walk in here next year and you lose 1.
Ooh.
And shit, we might just send you walking papers, man.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna let one of the other guys go with the. What do you think? Rags, meet J Pops. I don't know if you ever met him before. He's a great guy, fun to listen to.
Man?
Hey, it's nice to meet all of you guys, man. Nice to meet all of you.
Yeah,
Rags is one of my, if not he's one of my favorites. But I'm gonna ask him the same question.
Yeah, man, I believe Alabama, you know how us fans is. We beat Texas A&M, it's gonna be like business as usual, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Texas A&M beat us, our fan base and everything else is gonna fall apart. We don't know why we can't win the game. You know how we're gonna be sitting up fussing and arguing with each other. It's gonna be doomed. It's gonna be doomed for us, right? If Texas A&M lose to us, man, this year, what do I feel? I'm not a part of that fan base, but I feel it's gonna put them down, because if there's any year to beat Alabama, it's this year. Right? Yep. And we're coming into College Station, right? Mm-hmm. We got a quarterback that really no one outside of Alabama really believe in, man. Texas A&M, like my guy said, he got 107,000 people showing up. They not showing up to watch us win. They showing up to storm that field today, and that's what they believe they're going to do. So if they don't get to do that, I believe that it's going to hurt them a lot. And now a lot of people, no matter what Jimbo Fisher do, because everybody know when you beat Alabama, that's your championship a lot of the years, right? If you don't beat Alabama, they're going to start to question you. When are you going to start to win these big games, man? This Texas A&M, we deserve to be in the SEC championship. When are you going to be able to do it? And I believe that's what the rumblings will be with Jimbo Fisher. With us, we're going to – I'm scared to see what's going to happen with this fan base if we don't win this game, man. I really don't. They're going to go back to saying we need to pull Jalen Milroe out. We should have played. You're going to have guys saying we should have played Eli Holstein. You should have played Dylan, and you ain't even seen Eli Holstein. There's going to even be some guys say, man, we'd have rather had Tyler Buckner in there. You're going to hear all kinds of stuff if we lose this game to Texas A&M. It's going to be the blame game. So, hey, guys, it is what it is, man. I'm going to let Nick go in and take over.
And see, My thing for this is, what does it mean? Like I said, just put a lot of expectations on this Alabama team. And when you see, like we said a couple weeks ago, it's growth with this team. So for me, it's like, if we win, of course, we're going to be ecstatic. Yes, that's probably heading in the direction we want to head. But if we lose, to me, it's all about how did we lose. If it was a hard fought loss, that might not be a negative thing because, like I said, it's about growth. These guys are fairly young still. A&M has a lot of experience on that team. So if it's a hard fought loss where you see the grit and the grind and them boys left blood, sweat, and tears out there, that still does not mean we're not heading in the right direction where we wanted it to be. That's how we got to look at this team this year. Mm-hmm. And I know most Alabama, all of us Alabama fans, we're homers, we fanboys and all that. But I am a guy that looks at it from a football standpoint and understands the growth of this sport and how it goes. That's what you got to start taking out, because if you don't start doing that, it's gonna be a lot of times when you get your feelings hurt. Yeah. Because it don't look the way you want it to look.
And Nick, check this out.
Football is a grind.
Nick,
football is a process.
Now look, Nick, that's the way you feel about it. But let me ask you another question. How do you believe this fan base is gonna feel about it? If some kind of
and that's what I'm saying. The fan base, if they don't start looking at it as just a fanboy and start looking at it for football, it's gonna be a lot of times, whether it's now or 2 years, 3 years, 5 years from down the line, where your feelings are gonna be hurt.
Because you can't win them all. You can't win them all.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, bro, watch the black. If anything, I'm hoping that we don't even get to this. Hey, Texas A&M fans, excuse me, bro. I hate to say it, but hopefully we don't even get to this point. But if we do, watch and see what they say. They're gonna blame it on Milroe. The blame game. Tommy Reese needs to watch. Tommy Reese needs to go. Kevin Steele needs to go. Like it's gonna be
somebody that need to go. Some gonna even say it's time to fire Coach Saban. This how wild fan base is right now.
Now, last week when he was hollering and screaming at the players, everything, it was all good. He's back. He's yelling and screaming. They want this man to have an aneurysm. That's what they will feel comfortable with. Blowing the top of his head off. They'll feel good about it, right? Yeah. But if anything happened today, the way it don't go the way, me and you, we on the same page, bro. I said, hey, you can't win them all. And I've been telling you, expect the unexpected. It might be some teams to get in there. Bro, look at Kentucky. If Kentucky handle business today, they're going to be looking at going to the SEC championship. When was the last time we seen that, bro? And guess what? Let me put something in your ear real quick. And this is straight. I don't want to say it, but I got to. If Kentucky win today and Texas A&M win today, it could be a Texas A&M and Kentucky. Yeah. Oh, God. Think of for sure. Oh, my God. That's expect the unexpected type stuff I'm talking about, bro. But hopefully we don't get to that deep.
That's crazy that you say that.
Yeah.
But then I turn around and I look at Mizzou. Mizzou has more of the clear shot to win the SEC East, being that Mizzou already has like 2 SEC East titles. So it's like that fan base over there has seen them win the SEC East before. Now, true enough, they won it when Georgia was down over there, when the SEC East period was down.
I like that.
But you got Georgia, that's the big dog right now, man. So Georgia could potentially be walking in that game undefeated. Mizzou could be walking in that game undefeated. We turn around and look at last year, and Mizzou actually was about to beat those guys at Mizzou. So it's gonna be a weird thing. I'm expecting two upsets here. I'm expecting this week.
Hey man,
you guys don't mind me saying, I expect Mizzou to upset LSU. I'm sorry, I
do too.
Because I think Mizzou has the better defense as of right now. Not the better offense. I won't say that, but the better defense. And I expect, people gonna kill me on Twitter. Kentucky to pull something off. I don't know what.
That's what we've been saying all morning.
Because that stadium is sold out right now as well, man. They don't have no seats. I think it's standing room only out there right now. But I don't know what Kentucky got to do, man. But I think Kentucky is going to be the more physical team this week, I believe. Now, if A&M, happens to beat Alabama, I'm sorry, that's not an upset. That's just two giants in the West so far as the talent is concerned, going at it with one another. That is not an upset. I don't know why A&M is not ranked. That's fine though, but that's not an upset, man. That's just two teams clashing with one another and had the talent to play on that playing field right now. So those are 4 and 5 star recruits going at it with each other. And I mean, but this is what they wanted. This is what Alabama wanted. They wanted competition for the longest. LSU was the only team that could pretty much give it to them. But now you got another opponent, which is A&M, that recruits at the same level, and now it's their turn. Can you get up there with the heavyweights? You recruit like them, but can you play like them?
Yeah.
So, like I say, it's a put up or shut up weekend. The fan base will shut up. If we lose this game, I'm not gonna lie to you. We will shut our asses up and we will look forward to Tennessee. But I mean, the same could be said for Alabama, man. Like one of these fan bases is gonna shut up and they're gonna move on to next week and say, hey, congrats to such and such for winning. Good luck on the rest of the season. We hope you lose another game so we can maybe get there.
Hey, I have to disagree with you. I have to agree with Rags. If we lose, there's going to be so much discontention over here that it ain't going to be funny. I will not get on another channel and hear all this crap as I'm going to be hearing if we happen to lose this game. And you're absolutely right. This game is no upset either way. Mm-hmm. None. What'll be an upset would be Kentucky if they beat Georgia. What'll be another upset in people's minds in a way, I think if Missouri beats LSU, if I remember correctly. But between us, Texas A&M and Alabama, whoever wins, it's not going to be an upset. It's expected or hoped for, whatever you want to call it. In other words, it's not little man versus a giant type deal. Yeah. But I'm with you on that one.
I got to disagree with both of you. And it's most definitely going to be an upset. Because let me tell you something. 107,000 people. This is how you're going to tell if it's an upset or not, right? Because if Alabama beat Texas A&M, I said it earlier, it's going to be business as usual. Yeah. But if Texas A&M beat Alabama out there, they're going to storm the field. You don't do that if you don't think it's not an upset. They're going to storm that field. They're going to come out there. They're going to be so happy out there in that play. It's most definitely going to be an upset. I get what you guys said. It's a down year for us, but it's still going to be an upset if Texas A&M beat Alabama. I'm telling you.
Will they pull down the goalpost?
I don't know if they're going to do that.
No, it's not. No, it's not going to be Tennessee like. But
you're going to see those I call them what are those dudes out there? I call them the Forest Rangers. The dudes
you talking about
he's at the Forest.
Man, you talking about the leaders.
Yeah. They be dressed like the dude on Yogi Bear.
Like a county mountie.
Yeah. Hey, them little dude, they gonna be out there. They gonna be screaming, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Mm-hmm. And they are. Don't get me wrong. If this win does happen, in which I am predicting, by the way, if this win does happen, there's going to be a lot of people on that field. Will I have something to say about it? Yeah. At the same time, it's college football, but it's going to be one of these that lies into the back of people's mind. Can you blame them? They went through a horrible season last year, man.
Yeah.
5-7. You had the most talent going up against 90% of your opponents. And you still went 5-7, man. You came out on the other end of it. You were a 5-7 team. Bad. Everybody ready to fire Jimbo. So Jimbo is probably gonna be one of them in the middle of the field. And it's just like it's going to bring another level of energy in there. I like the guy at the bottom, man. I think Johnny is there. Hell, I think Mike Evans. I think somebody had told me that he's going to be there. Kellen Mond, who hadn't even much been there in years now, he's coming back. So when I tell you that place is going to be rocking, it's going to be rocking. Are they going to rush the field? Hell yeah. Let's go ahead and be serious. It's Alabama. I don't care where you rank that. It's Alabama. And like I told Nick down there, man, it's the last year that we play you guys before who knows who. I don't know when we'll see Tuscaloosa again. It probably be another 4 years, man, only because Texas and OU has came in and reshaped the league. So it's gonna be a weird 24 season. I know that, but the 23 season, man, if they can just cap that win off and have those bragging rights, yeah, they're gonna storm it, man. They're gonna storm it bad.
Hey, and I
we're gonna definitely get fined on this one, probably over 500.
Man. Oh Lordy. Well, I figure if I want to change my pick, now's the time, but I ain't doing it. I'm still picking Alabama. Yeah, and it's just, not to argue with you. It's just that common sense is telling me that I just believe Alabama could do it. Is it going to be tough? 12th man is undeniable. Oh, my goodness gracious.
That's a real thing in the atmosphere. I realized that a couple years ago. I was like, oh, this 12-man thing real. And last season at home, I felt like the 12th man decided to pack his bags and come to in. I'm like, oh, A&M, this is Alabama. What's going on?
I got it.
But I can't deny the 12th man. And like I said, I can't even deny what Texas A&M got going right now. I can't deny it.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna deny my Alabama Crimson Tide defense neither. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna deny it neither. So like I said, the war of the West. We're gonna see. We're gonna see who wins these battles within this war to win the game. But let's see what's going on today.
Yeah. It's going on.
Question, guys. What times? Go ahead.
Oh, J. Paul, I was about to ask you, who you got in the Red River rivalry?
Damn it, I've been going back and forth on this. And I've been in there watching College Game Day, man. They got it so pumped down there. That's probably the most pumped I've ever seen that thing, man. I've been going back and forth. I like OU. I like that offense. I don't know why. They ain't played nobody. I understand that part. But they've absolutely done what they had to do. They went out there and they beat teams. They 5-0 too. I still like Brent Venables as a defense coordinator, man. I do. I honestly do. Shit, man. But Quinn, although he hadn't looked all of that great as they are hyping him up to be right now, he hadn't looked all that great. Quinn is a dog, man. I seen him when he was getting recruited. Damn it, he from the state of Texas too, man. That's probably why I like him so much, man. But you can't deny his talent. I believe he's a young man that came back this year and said, "Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and grow my ass up. You know, all fun and games are put to the side right now. Man, give me Texas, man. Take Texas by a touchdown. The momentum is crazy, man. But yeah, I think Queen goes in there and he pulls it off.
Good pick.
Look out now, J-Pop. Ken over there, he's a Tennessee fan. He's wanting to get it started early.
Ooh,
I believe y'all go play with him this year. I've been watching Ken.
Hey, I've been watching over there. I've been watching, and Mr. King Brown has entered the building. He's talking trash, man. Hey, when we were talking about Missouri earlier, he came in, man, and he was on fire. Missouri beat Georgia. What are you talking about? I love it, man.
Yeah, I know, man. We're leaving Tennessee out, right? We just leaving Tennessee out. But I said when Tennessee came in this year, it's no more of the hooker. What's his name? I can't remember his first name.
And the hooker, Hyatt.
It's no more of those guys. I knew that Joe Milton. Joe Milton is good. I'm not gonna take nothing away from the young man. He looked phenomenal against Clemson last year and against I can't think of the other team. But Tennessee is just not a complete team. Man, they got Josh Heupel. They got him. God damn it. Josh gonna put up some points, and he's gonna make you beat him. What they did down there in Florida, though, because if you're gonna hold one game against Alabama and hold one game against Texas A&M and say, they're not that good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say the same thing for Tennessee. When you put some defense on them, the offense kind of crumbles a little bit. You know, I'm gonna be dead honest. However, that defensive line is another unit that A&M does have to prepare for, man. They gotta be ready for them too. Hell, they the one that lead the country in sacks right now. They're leading. That's the leader. So if that defensive line shows up, in which I know they will down there in Knoxville, their fan base is going to show up. I know they will. Oh man, that one gonna be the toughest road test. Now we couldn't pass the first one for whatever damn reason, and that just really broke my heart. But now you're going into an even better one, and where man, their crowd shows up. I don't give a damn if they're losing. Their crowd shows up. So, man, we gonna see.
Get ready to get an earful of Rocky Top. You'll always be.
It's gonna be loud.
We won't.
Oh Lord. Yeah, kid. I just don't. Hey, we play Tennessee. I'm just wondering if we can get a special guest. I think we got one in mind, but anyway, guys, before we get off here, I want to know one thing, or two things actually. What time's the game on? 3:30 Eastern, so that puts it about 7:30 going off.
I think it's about
J Pop. You got the link, so we do a reaction show after the game. I'm probably gonna come on about 7:30. Win, lose, or draw. If you want to come on and join us, we'd be glad to have you.
Yes.
Bless your heart if we win. That's gonna be hard on you, but we'll us three, we'll get a circle around you so you don't get hurt too bad.
Yeah, I got you. Boy, they're gonna rip me, man.
They on the same.
Hey, we'll just make sure it's just one lose one arm, not both of them, okay?
Yeah.
No, if you win, Lord, I don't know if I can let you on.
No, right. Hey, he'll feel good on because everybody's gonna be ripping Alabama team, even the fan. They gonna go crazy, man. So I don't even think I'm gonna do it if we lose. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm more worried about the Alabama fans than I am Texas A&M fans. Be quite honest.
Could you see J Pops on here late tonight going, and your OC, he sucks. Yeah, let's fire him. Yeah, I can see it. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
cheerleading.
Golly, that's funny. Hey, but like I told Nick Saban Jr. down there, man, it depends on what defense coordinator gonna show up for this game. Yeah. And somebody got to show up. I'm sorry, man. Hey, these two DCs, Durkin was in the hot seat at one point. Hell, Kevin Steele was in the hot seat at one point. How did you let Texas come in here and score 24 on us? How, man? Answer that. So, yeah. Man, these defense coordinators, man, I'm sorry. This is gonna be. Hey, do you deserve that contract, or do you not? The head coaches, I'm sorry, man. Nick Saban is staying put. He ain't going no damn well. He can lose this game. They'll still max him out for another 3-4 years. Jimbo, on the other hand, well, damn it, Jimbo, you got to show me because you didn't win this game. You got to go get us 10. No, you go 9-3. Okay, fine. Are you gonna win the bowl game? That's gonna be the question. You gotta go and win us 10 already. If you don't get us 10, Jimbo, you gotta go. You gotta go. I'm sorry. Hey, I love how the way you've been recruiting. I love it. You are a monster in that. Coaching though, Jimbo, man, you just can't get it done right now. You can't get it done. So you will hear that, but if we lose this game, like I said, it's all about how the way we lose. You lose by 3. You're building something and you showing the kids that's coming in or already, committed over there that, hey, we didn't get them this time. Like I say, won't know when we going to get them. Thank goodness we ain't got to play them next year. But, hey, you ain't got to worry about that no more. So just come on into 2024 and we'll take care of business. But
Now, do you think if y'all do lose, and let's say 14 points, and this is college football. That's why I love college football. But if you happen to lose, do you think the possibility is there that they'll get rid of Jimbo and get Bobby Petrino?
No, he has to lose a couple of more games. You guys to.
You think?
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't say this year.
No, he got to lose at least 3 more games down that list. If you
Go
start
take that
another
much.
84 season, man, you start another 8-4 season, yeah, we will wholeheartedly go ahead and start racking up the money because people around the world know that Texas A&M has the money. They just don't want to look stupid giving it to them. But
yeah,
man, you just have to take that money, man, and you take your go ahead and go on. Will we get Bob Petrino? Man, that's what Bobby wants to be a head coach again. I honestly think he's comfortable being an OC right now. And he just don't want to deal with all the drama anymore.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, guys, we need to come to a close, I reckon. Michelle, I will be extremely disappointed if you're not here tonight. If either way, J-Pop, seriously, come back with and be with us and let us know what you think about the game. It's going to be crazy. Don't get your feelings hurt, and we won't get ours because there will be a lot of language thrown around. I guarantee you that. But yeah, please come on tonight if you want to. Yeah. Rags and Junior, anything else you want to guys say before we get off here?
Hey, roll Tide. Let's go play a game of our life today. Let's go beat the A's.
Yeah.
You can always tell a good conversation, J-Pops, when Junior pops up, and he's kind of like in a daze. He was listening to a good conversation. You can always tell. Okay. Rags, what you got?
Hey, same here, man. Roll Tide, roll, baby. I'm looking at these guys over here in the comment section, man. I appreciate you guys for showing up, man. 2 times to go Dogs. Hey, man. Hey, we're gonna see, man. Y'all gotta. It's gonna be a scratch today, baby. But hey, Texas A&M, man. I hope all of you guys, man, stay injury safe, bro. I hope it's a good game today.
Yep.
And you know, may the best man win, baby.
Yeah. I like what you said there, man. I hope nobody gets injured in this game.
Yeah, straight
Lord
me too,
knows, man. And
it's a game we all enjoy. We don't want nobody hurt.
Man, you see a key injury on that field.
I hate it. I hate it with anything. Like, I be wanting everybody to be a part of what's about to happen. I don't like nobody to take no L in that process like that, man. I hate that when the injuries happen in football.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Look at Ken. Ken's over there roll tiding it.
That's my dog right there, man. Hey, but not only an injury for the team, but just for that person in his career period. You know.
Yeah.
Y'all go ahead, Icebox.
Yeah.
Oh, dog, y'all, no problem at all. J-Pops, you got anything else, bud, before we get out of here?
I'm just looking for a clean game between both opponents. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be hard because there's gonna be a lot of energy on both sides. Alabama's gonna come in full of energy, and A&M is gonna come in full of energy, man. I do expect to see some penalties. You might see a roughing the passer because a guy was just, man, they're just that amped up right now. This is the game. This crazy to say because A&M not ranked, but this is the game. Like, hey, let's do it. Put on them cleats, put on them pads, and let's go, baby. Who the better team? So we'll find out. Gig 'em, like always, and I'm anxious, man. I'm ready for it.
I know what giggle means, okay? I ain't like some other folks. I know what giggle means. Oh, Lord, we enjoyed having you on here, and I hope we get to see you again tonight. Usually, I try to leave out the show as being a pick'em show with Rags giving us his ever-famous speech, and I thought about going with Bear Bryant tonight or this evening, but I think I'll say Bear for tonight because I won't. Have you ever heard Rags?
No.
Rags don't want to. Rags don't want to do it.
Yeah, I'm stopped up today, bro. I'm stopped up. So go with Bear today, bro.
Okay, all right. Watch one of his videos, bud. You'll love it. He does great. Now I usually like for him to end this show with. I usually pick this ending for the Saturday night show, but anyways, we'll go ahead and leave out with this one. You might want to stick around here if you ever want to hear the great Bear Bryant. And here's one of his speeches. It's a good one. KB done it for us, and I love it. But we're going to get out of here. Good luck to both teams. J-Pop, thank you very much for coming. And I hope we can see you again tonight. And as usual, my guys, Rags and Fitness, Nick Saban Jr., love them. Guys, I thank y'all, and we'll see y'all again tonight. Y'all have a good day. Enjoy the games.
All right.
You've got to be better in all three areas of life, which of course are spiritual, mental, and physical. You must be able to discipline yourself. If you don't learn but one thing out of football, it'll be worthwhile. There's certain sacrifices that you will have to make. There are going to be many sacrifices you have to make in later life. To fight. Oh, I don't mean fist fight. I mean to get up and come back and get up and come back and get up and come back again after you've been knocked down. And that could happen to you in later life. But if it does, you're going to know how to handle it. There's no one that ever has or ever will accomplish anything alone. I've read about self-made men. That's Tommy Rot, as far as I'm concerned. I don't even know how to define intangibles. And I know that if you learn these lessons, you'll have it. And if you have it, you'll win, and you'll be better prepared in those three areas of life that we've been talking about. That there are going to be times for everyone that you're going to get discouraged. But if you never lose sight of your objective and never give up on yourself, if we do that as a team, 11 at the time, well, 4 years from now, why, we'll be walking out of here as national champions.